Hey, what's up guys? How's everybody doing today? So I stumbled upon this foreign film that Netflix put out that's called Perdida, which is the Spanish word for lost. And to be honest, for a movie that has some issues that are vividly noticeable, it's actually a pretty decent little mystery thriller. I was kind of surprised. The basic plot of the movie is it's about a young detective in South America, and about 14 years ago her best friend goes missing and they never find her. However, somebody randomly posts an obituary for her and schedules a memorial service. Come to find out that nobody knows who actually posted the obituary, and plus they never found a body, so that causes her to reopen the case. So she kind of pools all of her resources and starts another investigation. And as I said before, I did actually enjoy this movie very much. However, did have a couple of problems with it though. The first thing I noticed is they kind of go back and explain how one of the characters became a cop. And as far as I know, it takes quite a bit of red tape to actually become a police officer and then a detective. And the movie possibly just kind of skipped over some of that stuff, but the way the movie made it sound was that all you really needed to do was just have an in, as if it's some kind of like an apprenticeship type thing. It's almost as if somebody straight up asked like, hey man, you trying to be a cop, join the academy and all that? And then the person replies with, nah man, it's cool, I know a guy. Again, very minor thing, but it just came off kind of weird. Another thing I had a problem with was a very particular scene. I won't say exactly what it is, but if you want to talk about it, just hop in the comments and leave a spoiler warning in there and we can all talk about it or whatever. But in the vaguest of terms, a character who basically has no leverage in this particular scene kind of gets out of the situation just by saying that they're gonna get out of the situation, and then in the very next scene, that just magically happens. Like, there's no repercussions or explanation, like, it just made no sense. It felt like there was a missing scene or a missing segment that shows a different character's motivation or something like that, and it just totally threw me off. And finally, the only other negative that I have is basically the same thing that you see in pretty much every fucking slasher movie on the planet, where like a character senses, sees, or hears something that's out of place, possibly a threat, and they don't immediately run away or find the easiest escape route, and you're just kind of like, why? And the rest of the scene kind of played out a little wonky as well, but it was just mainly that one little trope that kind of annoyed me. But yeah, besides all that, I thought the movie was actually pretty freaking good. The overall story was pretty cool. I liked the main character, and I really liked her best friend, who's kind of like basically the girl with the dragon tattoo, essentially. Some of the antagonistic characters were cool, other ones not so much. And I like the way the movie was structured because it kind of jumps forward and has a lot of flashbacks in it, but they were like properly timed, so I thought it didn't fuck up the pace of the movie at all. A lot of the action scenes were good, and I liked that there wasn't just one mystery about the entire movie. Like, it wasn't just about what happened to the girl's best friend, there was several other elements too. And I thought the movie ended on like just the right note to kind of like tie everything together. Also, side note, the subtitles do move a little bit fast in this movie. So much so that if you sneeze at the wrong time, you might miss something important, but I don't count that as a negative because it's not the movie's fault that I don't speak Spanish. Luckily, it's on Netflix and you can just hit the back button a couple times and problem solved. But all other things being equal, I think for a score out of 10, I think I'm gonna give it a 7.9. Couple glaring things about it that were off, but it overall was a decent story. And I probably wouldn't go out of my way to watch the movie again, but if somebody else was playing it, I would definitely sit down and watch it. But anyway, guys, those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Have you seen this movie? Have you heard of it? Hop in the comments. Let me know what's up. Other than that, if you like this review, give me a like, subscribe to all that other bullshit that makes the channel look good, and I will catch you guys later.